What is up, everybody? I think I might just do a video of getting everything ready for fall because I've got stuff strung out everywhere. So you want to see some of the stuff? I started doing the steering pins. Front ones are done right there. Under there, they're more of a pain in the ass, but I'm working on that. I gotta fix a couple hydraulic remote cartridges. The 7250, I finished mowing ditches and got the batwing unhooked. I took the duals off because can't go through the elevator pulling wagons with the duals on. It's too wide. Washed her all up, put the front weights back on, greased it. Ceramic, I use a ceramic coating spray. I sprayed that on it. Put a new door handle on because this was screwed up. Yeah, she's pretty much ready to go. The MacDon Draper, the reason why it's frowning at you is I have it locked up with that red lockup pin because the cylinder that goes in there was leaking, and it was a pain while you're combining because it constantly settled the reel down. So I took the cylinder off, I knocked it apart, got a new seal kit. So I rebuilt that, getting ready to put it back in. I took the whole sickle out, changed all the sickle sections, greased it. I changed the oil in that gearbox. I need to change the dates on these. I changed the hydraulic filter and the hydraulic oil. This thing holds 20 gallons of hydraulic oil. Got all that, and now I'm starting on the project of changing the stupid chain that runs the drum. MacDon uses an endless chain, so there's not a link in there, but you have to take the whole damn drum out to change it. So the chain I got from my dealer has a connector link in it, but I got to get these things off so I can get to it. But once I put the cylinder on and put that chain on, this thing will be ready to rock. 2388, I ordered a boatload of parts for it because Shoop had their 10% off deal right now. Out here, I just bought a pair of these wagons. Getting ready to wash this one. I washed the other one yesterday. Then I'll get them in the shop, grease them, check the brakes, check the wheel bearings, check the tires. Like I already walked around, like this one is no good, no bueno. I'm not sure if the phone will. It's got a lot of cracks in the sidewall. So get that one off. I found a bad one on that one too. Maybe I can con one of the boys into waxing them this weekend. And then these will be ready to go. Grain cart needs to be greased. I got to put cameras on it. Check the wheel bearings. What else? I got a brand spanking new 557. Just got that the other day. I had a 444 hooked to this other 557 of mine. I got rid of the 444, bought a new 557 that matches. Both got fenders, tarps. It's gonna look real nice behind that beautiful 7250, pulling it to the elevator. She's still there, boys, still there. Haven't sold it, haven't tried. All right, I got my cylinder back in there. Got this torn apart. What a pain in the ass. These freaking plastic covers suck, but well, that's how much yummy stuff came out of the covers. But you just loosen this nut and then back this off so you can take the tension off. Like I said, the factory chain like this is an endless chain, but I'm just going to take the torch, whop it off, and put in my new chain with the connector link. And then this unit can get on out of here. So we're on to working on getting the grain cart ready. I bought this grain cart after last fall. And then this summer, if you guys follow me, I got rid of my Kinsey to just continue the quest of paying everything off and not caring anymore. But whoever owned this really got a little aggressive with the auger.
Just a bit.
And yes, Mrs. G is going to Bondo
The crap out of it.
all of them other than that really deep one up there. I'm gonna weld some nuts on it and try to use a slide hammer. And I'm sure you guys are already typing, oh, the vibration of the auger is gonna break that Bondo right out of there. Well, you know what? Until that happens, it'll look a lot better than it does right now. Right?
Sure, I didn't even know that part, so we're just gonna ignore it and say it looks good.
Yep. Just smear it on there. We'll rattle can it and call it good. Okay, continuing on with getting everything ready. I bought 2 of these wagons used this summer. I've already gone through, changed any of the tires that needed to be changed. I went through the brakes, checked the wheel bearings, new tarp pull cords. This wagon, they had scraped it against something, so it had a scrape all down the side and then 3 dents. So Mrs. G taped that all off, sanded it down, filled all the dents in, and I am getting ready to spray some epoxy primer on it. And I got to go to the John Deere dealer. They ordered me a couple spray cans of this color green, but get this done and out of here today and move on to the next thing. So it's always a good idea every year to check your wheel bearings. I jacked it up and it had a little too much clunky, so tightened it up. Checked all my lug nuts. They were not super tight either, so I'm glad I did that. Tire pressure, check that. Grease it. The one thing that wasn't too cool, the feller that traded this in to my dealer, I was excited when I saw that it had the same camera system that I use, and it had one on the auger and one on the back. And then I realized that instead of taking the time to unwire the cords to their tractor, they just took side cutters and cut the wires off at the front. So now I get to cut about 1 million zip ties. I already did this one. all the way to the front. And now I'm working on undoing that one all the way to the front. Come on, people. Okay, combine time. Just finished servicing it. I do the program with my dealer where I take it to them as soon as I finish in the fall. They blow it all off, put it in their storage shed, store it all winter, and then over the summer they pull it out, inspect it. If I want them to do the repairs, I have them do it. Otherwise, I bring it home and do it myself, but they also wash it and buff it. They did a really, really nice job buffing this thing out, but it didn't need a ton this year. I mean, even a little costs a lot anymore, but it didn't need a ton of work, so I just had them do it all other than the service. So I changed engine oil, fuel filters, air filters. I just changed the hydraulic oil and filter, the PTO oil, and there's 2 filters for that. The rotor gearbox oil. So that's all done. I had one of these filters. I unscrewed it and my hands were all covered in oil and the freaking thing flipped down. Of course, you know, face down, and yeah, ran everywhere. Then I changed the feeder drive, or the head drive gearbox and the feeder gearbox. Got the oils changed in them. Mrs. G, I drained all the gearbox oils on the corn head, and Mrs. G filled them all back up yesterday. Last spring, put new gathering chains and deck plates on it. So all I had to do was change the gearbox oils, and Mrs. G put the front stationary knives on and adjusted them yesterday, and then I went through and adjusted all the row dividers or snouts. What else did I checked the header angle, and it was at 25 degrees on the deck plates, and that is exactly where gearing off wants it. So corn head's ready to go, combine's ready to go, and I'm gonna start some corn here. This is a Sunday. I don't know what it is, 15th maybe of September. I'm gonna start sometime this coming week on some of my early corn. So next video, hopefully be combining some corn. Thanks for watching, guys.